Communicating with the families of your students is a vital part in guaranteeing the success of your students. It encourages families to be involved in their child's education. It also gives them an idea of what you are teaching their children in your classroom and how they are doing. Communicating and bringing students' families into the educational process is important to the success of the students. You sometimes find students that come from impoverished homes and don't think that they can seek out the help of their parent or guardian. Having communication with these family members may help to ease this struggle. Also, good communication may help with behavioral problems. For instance, you have a student that has behavioral issues. Good communication with that student's parents may help in finding a way of solving these issues. Discussing with them the ways they handle it positively at home may help you in finding a way to handle it in the classroom. Today we have all sorts of communication. We have cell phones, emails, and websites, along with the more traditional forms like parent letters and bulletins. Teachers have commonly used letters to parents via students as ways to communicate with their families. They have either written them by hand or nowadays used a computer to type it up. Most times, the handwritten letters are used for individual letters discussing the educational or behavioral issues of a certain child. These are usually more personal. When a teacher types up a letter, it's usually a general letter addressing something to the entire class. This is printed out en masse and handed out to every student to take to their parent or guardian. Phones or cell phones have often been used to immediately get into contact with parents. The mobility of cell phones make parents easily contactable wherever they are and can be used as a way to prevent any interruption of their business or personal affairs. Computers play a big part in our community today. The majority of the population has a computer of their own, or they have access to one via their local library, a family member, or a friend. Email has become a very useful form of communication for higher education. Professors can email all of their students at once. As a high school or junior high teacher, email can be a very useful resource as well. It can provide instant response from the student's parents and can provide a much more convenient way for you to communicate with the parents quickly. The increase in the use of email to communicate with families can decrease the possibility of students losing the parent letters you send them, and therefore no communication is delivered. Everyone has heard the "my dog ate it" excuse, or have heard of teachers having parents calling them about the issue that the teacher sent a letter about with the student. This lack of deliverance of communication is commonly because the student lost it or they threw it away, not wanting to show it to their parents. Emailing the parent or the guardian about the issue would be a much more direct way of getting the information to them. It eliminates the student from delivering it and the possibility of loss of translation. I am hoping to use email as a form of communication with my family, from my students, because it is much more convenient, I guess you could say, and also because of just the directness. You don't have to go through the student, so therefore you don't have to worry about them losing it or anything. And I think that is a very, very important thing to pay attention to. It also gives you a much more direct response with your students' parents and what their values are and what they want from you. It's just a much easier way to communicate with them, and I think that is extremely important to the success of your students and the success for you as a teacher as well.